All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the classroom. I am your teacher, Mr. Wrangler. So for today, we're going to go over what we did yesterday in the game. So a bit of a summary for you, and then I'll also get back into the time of the plague and talk a little bit more about it as well. All right. So first of all, we start off with our main character named Amicia. Looks like that. Okay. She has a sick brother named Hugo, whom we're super jealous of because Mum kind of gives him all of the attention as she tries to make him feel better. Let's check it out here.
I shall organize a hunt. Go and find your mother. Tell her I must speak with her. She's probably...
Looking after Hugo. Yes, of course.
Nice. Okay. So out of nowhere, our castle slash house, fancy house, is attacked by these group of people. Now, we're some sort of royalty. People know who we are, but we're not like super fancy. So, the men attack them, and they're looking for Hugo, our little brother, but we're not sure why. So, we manage to escape, but both of our parents die in the attack. We see our dad die, but we don't see the mum die. So, I'm still holding out hope, but I don't think she made it. Okay? So, before our mother parts or splits with us, she says, go find Laurentius, this doctor who's working on Hugo, our little brother. So after a while, we find him, and he tells us that Hugo has some sort of evil inside of him. And he's always getting these little sort of headaches and stuff, so we think that it could be something related to that, but we're not sure. But apparently, Laurentius, this alchemist sort of dude, and our mother, were trying to make spells and sort of serums to help save Hugo. Okay? So Laurentius dies in a fire, which is a bummer, but he had the plague, so he was probably going to die anyways. So his protege, coincidentally named Lucas, here's what he does. Check it out.
A great alchemist. Your name is Amicia, right? I'm Lucas. I would like to show you something, but it requires alcohol and sulfur. There must be some around here. Tell me when you...
Okay, so Lucas is a great help for us. He helps us make a bunch of different potions and mixtures to help dispatch of enemies. And that's kind of where we are with the video, or with the game so far. We're running around. I don't remember if they've even said where we're planning on going now, but that's where we are. And we meet a couple different friends along the way. I'll update you guys as soon as we get back into the game, and they pop up. Before we do that, I want to talk a little bit more about the Black Plague, or the area. As you can see, I've got my trusty book here. And the one thing that it talks a lot about is people beginning to hate each other. And we haven't run into that too much in the game, but what it says is people soon began to hate one another, so much so that parents would not even tend their own sick kids or children. So people were super paranoid, obviously, about this disease getting to them. So as the deaths mounted, people tried to confess to their sins because they thought, this might be a God thing, I need to confess my sins quickly. A lot of the priests didn't want to talk to these people, and when they did, they often fell sick and died as well. So as this happened, people started to rely less on the church, which I guess they kind of reference it in the game a little bit, where people are turning to magic and other spells. We use the alchemy thing. The mother was trying to make a potion or a spell for her son to help save him. So all that kind of plays into the time. And then one other thing I want to talk about, which is on page 476. Super interesting, doesn't have to do with the game, but more the time. So it says, in the wake of the Black Death, less dramatic changes took root in society. One is the noticeable shift in the average age that people got married. Okay? So it used to be that men would marry in their late 20s or early 30s, when their females, when the females would often be like 12 or 13. It says here, contrast, women were usually married while still in their teens in order to allow for the greatest number of fertile years for children. So that changed, whereas men were shifted into being the same age as women when they were married because they thought, hey, people are dying every day, might as well get married earlier. So kind of interesting little tidbit. That is where we're going to kind of cap off for history stuff. Let's get back into the game here.